This investigation arose from a data breach notification submitted by ImagineX to the PCPD on 31st of May 2024, reporting that ImagineX received a ransom note from a threat actor on 15th of May who claimed to have stolen its data and threatened to sell the data. The PCPD commenced the investigation in relation to this incident to ascertain whether any of the ImagineX or practices relating to the incident was in contravention of any requirement of the PDPO. During the investigation, we conducted 6 rounds of inquiries and reviewed the information provided by ImagineX in relation to the incident, including an incident report provided by an external cybersecurity expert that engaged by ImagineX, and the follow-up and remedial actions taken by ImagineX in the wake of the incident. Here's some background information regarding ImagineX and its membership programs. ImagineX is a brand management and distribution company for international fashion and beauty business and manages membership programs for its partnered brands. There are 2 loyalty programs affected in this incident, namely the iCard membership and the Brooks Brothers membership. A total of over 100 to 20,000 individuals were affected by the incident, which include over 100,000 of iCard members, over 27,000 of Brooks Brothers members. And also there's 14 current and former employees of the ImagineX personal data are affected. The personal data affected include their names, email addresses, telephone numbers, birth months, genders, and nationality of the members, as well as the passport copy of the employees. In the investigation, we found that a total of 4 servers and 5 system accounts of ImagineX were compromised in the incident. Around 68 gigabytes of data was exfiltrated from ImagineX network. Having considered the circumstances of the incident and all the information obtained during this investigation, we found that the following deficiencies of ImagineX contribute to the occurrence of this incident. First, failure to delete the temporary account timely after the system troubleshooting. Use of an end-of-support operating systems. Third, ineffective detective measures for the information systems. And insufficient security risk review and audits for its information systems. Now I will share a little bit more about each deficiencies. First, ImagineX failed to delete the temporary account timely after the system troubleshooting. On 24th of April 2024, ImagineX required an urgent remote support on its system and create a temporary user account on its firewall for urgent remote support by its vendor. The threat actor utilized this account to gain access to ImagineX network on 4th of May. Although ImagineX acknowledged that this account, which provide an always enabled remote access connection, pose a risk of unauthorized access to its network by any third parties, it fails to delete the account timely after the system troubleshooting, owing to the staff oversight. This allowed the threat actor to exploit the account to compromise the network 10 days after setting up this account. In the investigation, we also found that ImagineX lacked standard procedures for creating and managing temporary accounts. This made the deletion of the temporary account solely dependent on the measures taken by individual staff members. Second, ImagineX used an end-of-support operating systems. Despite that, being aware that the security updates for the operating system of an application server had no longer been available since December 2020. ImagineX planned to replace this server by the end of 2024 because of their resources considerations. In other words, this application server was exposed to the risk for over 3 years. This allowed the threat actor to exploit the vulnerabilities of the server to penetrate ImagineX network, resulting to this data breach incident. Thirdly, we also found that the detective measures for the ImagineX information systems are ineffective. They only reveal the firewall logs on a need basis, and therefore it failed to detect the exfiltration of around 68 gigabytes of data from its network until they received the ransom notes. Also, we found that the security risk review and audits for the information system are insufficient. ImagineX did not conduct comprehensive reviews and audits on the security posture of systems containing personal data. This resulted in the failure to identify the vulnerabilities and implement necessary improvement measures to protect the system containing personal data from cyber attacks. In conclusion, we consider that ImagineX is a well-established brand management and distribution company for international fashion and beauty business. They host and process a significant amount of personal data of customers and employees. Therefore, the Commissioner considered that stakeholders, in particular customers, have a reasonable expectation for ImagineX to implement a high standard of data security measures for its information system. This incident was caused by both human oversight and inadequate security measures to safeguard their information systems. The Commissioner is of the view that if ImagineX has timely deleted this temporary account, and decommissioned the end of support operating system before the incident, this incident could likely have been avoided. In this regard, the Commissioner finds that the ImagineX had not taken all practicable steps to ensure that the personal data involved in this incident was protected against unauthorized or accidental access, processing, erasure, loss, or use. Thereby, they contravene the data protection principle 4 of the PDPO concerning the security of personal data. The Commissioner has served an enforcement notice on ImagineX, directing it to take measures to remedy the contravention and prevent recurrence of similar contravention in future.